Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all having a good one so far. By way of introduction, my name is Ian. I'm the product manager for the compliance group here at GitLab. And joining me today is Nate, who is the EM for the compliance group here at GitLab. As per usual, today we'll be going through our milestone planning. I'll be walking through the priority list that you can see here before I hand it over to Nate to talk about the work that we'll be doing to complete the items on this priority list. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. For the 18.2 milestone, we have 5 initiatives that we'll be walking through. The first initiative is around linking violations to framework controls. So if you've been following us for the past few videos, this is related to the improvements that we're making to compliance frameworks, where we want to be able to link violations to compliance controls to the framework. And this will be something that will be an improvement on top of what we already have, where the violations tab merely talks about, I think, MR violations at this point. So instead of that, we're going to be ensuring that we have audit events very specifically linked to these violations so that you're able to tell, who, what, when, where this compliance violation has occurred, which requirement does that fall under, and under that requirement, which framework is that associated with. So that's a really important and really exciting initiative that we're really looking forward to releasing for this milestone. On the second priority list there is the group compliance overview dashboard. So as mentioned previously, we're working on ensuring that we have a single pane of glass on the group level where you're able to draw and see aggregate information related to your compliance frameworks and projects associated with those compliance frameworks. So for example, being able to see things like the number of controls that have failed over time, the number of projects that don't have a framework attached to them, the percentage of adherence to a particular framework. So this will obviously give you a much better overall view of your projects in the group, as well as the compliance status of your projects in that group. Cool. So moving on to point number 3, instance level compliance and policy management. So we have also heard feedback from our users around the inability to actually assign compliance frameworks on a instance level or multi-group level, and associated with that as well, the inability to assign policies at scale in that same respect. So we're going to be working on a way at the instance level where users are able to actually assign a compliance framework and security policy to multiple groups, and those groups to be able to disseminate those inherited frameworks and policies to their own specific projects. So this will enable sort of more centralized management of compliance frameworks and policies at scale, and unlocks the ability for you to actually have compliance enforcement and monitoring across all of your groups with common frameworks and common policies as well. And 4 and 5, again, we are dedicated towards ensuring that your audit events are, performing as needed, as well as that you have the filters that you need for those audit events as well. So those are the initiatives related to that. Cool. So those are the 5 initiatives that we have there. I'll pass it over to Nate to chat about the specific work going to each.
Thanks, Ian. Yes, the first one we have on the list here is the sales work. This we have done 95% of the work. We're just having a little bit of hold up with the instance level API. We've made progress on this and have a POC of how to get around this problem. And so the hope is that we can complete and release all of the work for this in the 18.2 milestone. The next one is the instance level compliance and policy management. So we have all of the planning complete. We have a lot of the underlying database architecture done. So in this milestone, we're hoping to get all of the major back-end work, including the APIs and the sync engine for compliance frameworks across multiple groups complete, as well as a stretch goal to get the front-end work all complete as well. Next, we have the group level dashboard. So we have most of the APIs already in place and a start of the group level dashboard behind a feature flag at the moment. So we just want to complete that work and get all of those, the front end dashboard in place and turn that feature flag on. Next is linking violations to framework controls. And so we've completed all of the APIs, the backend, the database work, and have a lot of the front end work already complete behind a feature flag. So hopefully in this milestone, we'll be able to complete all of the back-end engine work that we require to actually match up these violations and then release it in 18.2. And finally, the consolidation of streaming audit events. We are currently testing this behind a feature flag with all work complete. We have found a couple of changes that we wanted to make. Those are already in review, so hopefully we can release this very early in the 18.2 milestone and close that one out as well. And that's it. Back to you, Ian.
Awesome. Thanks, Nate. And that's it from us. So thanks for joining us for this milestone planning recording, and we'll see you at the next one. See ya.